On the quiet outskirts of Osaka, tucked away from the neon lights and the frantic pace of the city, lives a man in his late 70s. Every morning, with a rhythmic, almost meditative focus, he sweeps the stone steps of a modest wooden house. This home, his sanctuary, was fully paid off over 2 decades ago. Now, here is the part that baffles most modern financial advisors. This man never held a high-paying executive position. He never played the high-stakes game of the stock market. In fact, he has never read a single bestseller on wealth management. Yet, by the time he hit Namui, he had cultivated a level of quiet, unshakable wealth that most people are still desperately chasing in their 60s. How did he achieve this? It wasn't through complex spreadsheets or depriving himself of every ounce of joy. He did it by mastering 3 ancient Japanese habits principles that are rarely discussed in Western finance but are the heartbeat of Japan's legendary savings culture. Today, at Zen Mindset, we are going to pull back the curtain on these 3 secrets. By the end of this journey, you won't just understand how to save money, you will understand how to change your relationship with existence itself. But before we reveal the first habit, I want you to look inward. Why is it that 2 people can earn the exact same salary, yet one feels like they are drowning in debt while the other builds a life of absolute freedom? It isn't luck. It isn't superior intelligence. It is a system of small, invisible decisions that compound over a lifetime. The first pillar of this system is Sumitate. In Japanese, this translates to accumulating steadily. Imagine a master gardener who doesn't obsess over the height of the tree every hour, but simply ensures the soil is damp every single morning. In Japan, it is a cultural standard to move a fixed amount of money into a separate account the very moment a paycheck arrives, before a single yen is spent, before a single bill is paid, and crucially, before the brain has a chance to negotiate. Most people try to save what is left at the end of the month, but money is like water. It will always expand to fill the container you give it. Sumitate flips the script. You don't save what is left after spending, you spend what is left after saving. To start this today, don't aim for a massive number. Start with num fun trum. Automate it. Make it invisible. When saving becomes a mechanism rather than a choice, the struggle vanishes. The second habit moves from the bank account to the soul. Mottainai. You've likely felt it before, that hollow feeling a week after buying a gadget or a piece of clothing you didn't really need. Mottainai is the profound regret of wasting the essence of an object. In the West, we ask, can I afford this? But a Zen mindset asks, will this be wasted? When you view waste as a form of spiritual clutter, your spending habits shift instantly. You stop buying things to fill a void and start curating a life of meaning. You realize that every dollar spent on something you don't use is a piece of your life energy thrown away. Finally, we have Nagaku Tsukau, the art of long-term companionship with your belongings. This is where financial literacy meets high-quality living. It is the rejection of the disposable culture. It's the philosophy of buying one high-quality item and maintaining it for a decade, rather than buying 10 cheap versions that end up in a landfill. When you commit to using things for a long time, you stop being a consumer and start being a custodian. You learn the beauty of a repaired shoe or a well-worn jacket. Sumitate, Mottainai, and Nagaku Tsukau. These aren't just money tips. They are a path to a lighter, wealthier, and more intentional life. If this perspective resonated with you, share this video with someone who is tired of the rat race. Subscribe to Zen Mindset as we continue to explore the intersection of ancient wisdom and modern abundance. Your journey to quiet wealth starts with a single, intentional breath and perhaps a single automated transfer. We will see you in the next one.